So I would like you guys to take out a separate piece of paper in front of you. I don't want it to be your agenda. Please take out a separate sheet of paper somewhere that you can take notes so that you can see what it is that we're doing, because I want you guys to be able to refer to this for when you do anything that's related to the periodic, not the periodic table, anything that's related to the metric system, okay? The first thing that I want you to write down on the top is a sentence. And the sentence is King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay, so on the top, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. I'm glad you've heard of it, Max. We're going to go over it so everybody understands what this is in relation to. So you're going to write down King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And then what you're going to do is underline, that's funny, underline each first letter of each word. So the K, the H, the D, the B, the D, the C, and the M. If you remember this sentence, it's going to be extremely helpful for when you are calculating within the metric system. So I'm going to start in the middle of the sentence with the word by, okay? The word by stands for our basic units of measure. So the B for by is the B for basic unit of measure. There are, we talked about 4 measurements the other day. One is for mass, one is for volume, one is for distance, and one is for temperature. Type in the chat or unmute yourself if you want to tell me what the basic unit of measure is for any one of those 4.
What do you mean?
So as a science teacher, I want to measure the mass of an object. What is my basic unit of measure for mass?
Oh, kilograms, grams.
Okay, wait. Slow down. Because kilograms is incorrect. However, grams are the basic unit of measure. Okay, so grams is for mass. What else do I have? I have volume.
Liters.
Liter is for volume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then what is for distance?
Meters.
Meters, good. Now, we talk about Celsius and we also talk about Kelvin when it comes to temperatures. However, that's not going to be part of our metric conversions on here, okay? So on your paper, I would like you to write down that you have B stands for your basic unit of measure, and that could be a gram, a liter, or a meter. Okay. Now we've got all these other words next to it. King Henry died drinking chocolate milk, right? The first letter of each word represents the first letter of each prefix that we use. So earlier, Nathan said, oh, a kilometer. For the word king, the K for king stands for kilo. Does anybody know what any of the other letters might represent?
Milk.
Milk is what, Nathan?
Milk is Milla.
Milk is Millie. What were you gonna say, Maria?
Is age height? Wait. No. Wait, I'm thinking of math. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. What did I just say that you had on your calendar there? You had a ruler and it measures not only in millimeters,
Oh, centimeters.
centi. So that's chocolate, right? Because chocolate starts with a C. Centi starts with a C. The other ones are not commonly used. So I'm going to tell you what they are. H is hecto. Hecto. And I don't know if you can see my tiny, tiny writing there. H is hecto. The D for dyed, that is for deca, D-E-K-A, deca. And a lot of times you'll see that abbreviated DK. The lowercase d is for deci, D-E-C-I. So now across the top, you should have kilo, hecto, deca, meter, liter, gram, deci, centi, milli. So far, so good? Let me know if you're good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. It doesn't also like giga stands for a billion, mega is a million.
Not for this,
Okay.
not for the metric system. Okay. Prefixes are extremely important though. Like if I were to tell you, I was out on my unicycle while my friend rode their bicycle and we met up with their other friend who was with their kid on a tricycle. Based on those words and being able to break them apart, you should be able to tell me how all of our cycles were different, right? A unicycle, a bicycle, and a tricycle, right? So if you take words and you break them apart, you can understand more of their meaning. Look at prefixes, look at suffixes to see what they are. Abraham gave a great example. He said, well, if you take the word happy and you add un to it, they're unhappy, and it's the opposite of being happy, right? Thank you, Gavin. Drinking is not chocolate milk or chocolate. Okay, so drinking is for deci. Here, I'll type it in the chat for you guys so you all can see. It is kilo, hecto, deca, meter, liter, gram, deci, centi, milli. Okay. So now that we have that, and you know what each one represents, we also need to talk about direction. You need to know your left from your right, okay? If you do not know how to tell what is your left and what is your right, if you take your two hands and put them up in front of you, one will create a capital letter L. That is your left hand. So that is the left side of your body. The other one, therefore, must be the right side, okay? So I'd like you on the top of your paper to make a capital R and circle it, and a capital L and circle it, so you know your right from your left. Put your right and your left onto your paper.
What about cardinal directions?
North, south, east, west, we don't need that right now.
Oh, okay.
Just left and right. Okay. because it's going to have, milk is for milli, Kai. Milk is for milli, okay? They're all in order there. So it's going to be kilo, hecto, deca, meter, liter, gram, deci, centi, milli. The meter, liter, gram are your basic units of measure. Okay, so the best thing about the metric system is that it's based on the unit 10. It's based on the number 10. So let's say that I have 1 meter, liter, or gram. I don't care which one it is. 1 meter, liter, gram can fit inside of it 10 deciliters. So a deciliter or a decigram or a decimeter is 1/10 the size of a meter. If I have a centiliter or a centigram or a centimeter, it is 1/100th. Now, because I told you,
Deca was 1/100th. What was the 100th one?
centi. Can you
That's
see
right,
my
okay.
screen?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. If deci is 1/10 and centi is 1/100th, what do you think milli is?
1/1000th.
1/1000th. Okay, so what I'm telling you, and I told you guys this the other day, if I have a single-use water bottle, right? And it has 500 milliliters in it, that means it has 500 little drops. If I have a water bottle that is 1 liter, it takes 1,000 milliliters, 1,000 little drops to go into the liter bottle. Does that make it more understandable? What about milk, Kai? Okay, so besides that, let's go on to the larger ones. If I have 1 meter stick and I want to make a decameter, based on what you did on the other side of the chart that I've given you, how many meter sticks do you think it takes to make a decameter? Remember, this is all based on the unit 10. How many meter sticks would I have to put from end to end to end to make a decameter?
100? I don't know.
Not 100. Take a 0 off.
10.
10. So it takes 10 meter sticks from end to end to end to end to make a decameter. Have you ever heard of a decathlon before? A decathlon is a sporting event in which they have 10 track things, right? Deca means 10. Now, if it takes 10 meter sticks to make a decameter, and the metric system is based on the unit 10, how many meter sticks does it take to make a hectometer?
Now is it 100?
Now it's 100. So that's good. If I want to make a kilometer, how many meter sticks would I have to have end to end to end to make a kilometer?
1,000.
1,000, yes. So far, so good? Okay. Now, since you know your right from your left, this is going to be really easy. I'm going to use a problem that was part of your quiz that a lot of students are having trouble with. Problem number 5 on your metric system quiz says something to the effect of where I have 1.03 kilograms of fertilizer. And I want to feed plants. And the plants that I have get 95 milligrams of fertilizer per plant, right? Can I do anything at that point yet to be able to figure out how many plants I can feed? If I have 1.03 kilograms and each one takes 95 milligrams, can I do any math yet to figure out how many I can feed?
I think so.
How?
Like you can put the you said milligrams?
I have 95 milligrams.
Right. So I guess you can just put all those milligrams into the, what is it, kilograms?
Yes. You're half right. You cannot mix those two measurements though. What I'm going to have to do first is convert my kilograms to milligrams. So they're of the same measurement. Does that make sense? In order to do that, all I would have to do is move a decimal. And I'm going to tell you what I mean. Remember, I asked you to write on the top of your paper, left and right. If I am here at kilograms and I want to go here to milligrams, I take my pen or pencil and I move it and I go from one end to the other. But every time I hit a different prefix, I count that as a space. So on kilo, I would go to hecto. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm moving 6 spaces to the right. So if I have the number, and I want you all to try this on the paper in front of you. .03 kilograms equals how many milligrams? Put that down. Remember, we're going to take the number 1.03 and we are going to move the decimal point. Which direction are we moving the decimal point?
To the left, right?
We're going from kilograms to milligrams. Which direction?
Oh,
Right.
to the right.
To the right. How many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spaces to the right. And I end up with something like that, but there's nothing there. What do I put as a placeholder?
Zeros.
Zeros become my placeholder. So what it's saying is that I have 1,030,000 milligrams of fertilizer. I'm not done with the problem yet. All I've done so far is convert it. Now I need to know how many plants I can fertilize. Each plant takes 95 milligrams. Can I now figure out, since I changed this to milligrams, can I figure out how many plants I can feed with 95 milligrams?
You can divide 1,030,000, 1.03 million by 95.
You absolutely can. What's the answer? Type it into the chat. Everybody. Take 1,030,000 and divide it by 95. You can use a calculator. I don't expect you to do long division. You have a calculator on your computer. You also have one on your phone. You also have one on your tablet. take 1,030,000 and divide it by 95. Type it in when you get it. I need to see some answers, guys. Type it in as you get it. 1,030,000 divided by 95. Okay, now my next question is, can I feed 0.1053 of a plant? No. So it asks, how many plants can you feed? Based on your answer there as a decimal, how many plants can you feed?
10,842.
You can feed 10,842 plants, yes. Now the next part of the question says, how much do you have left over? You don't have 0.1053. They want you to figure it out as a number. So take the number 10,842 and multiply it by 95. And type in the chat what you get when you take the number 10,842 and multiply it by 95. It's okay. Good, okay. So you guys are getting the same numbers. Now, if you started out with 1,030,000 milligrams, and you're gonna use 1,029,990 milligrams, how many milligrams do you have left over? You started out with 1,030,000. You used 1,029,990. How many milligrams do you have left over?
For me, the chat says disabled.
I don't know why, because everybody's working in the chat. Maybe refresh your screen.
Okay.
Did anybody do the subtraction yet? Type it in the chat. You have 1,030,000 milligrams and you use 1,029,990. How many do you have left over? Tell me, be more specific about what you're confused with, Gavin. You started out with 1,030,000. Okay, you should be writing them down on a piece of paper, honey. You started out with 1,030,000 milligrams. So that's 1,030,000. And subtract from that 1,029,990. There you go, Gavin. And everyone else. So far, Maddie A is the only one that's answered me that problem. How many do you have left? Thank you, Maria. Try
My
again, Evan.
Wi-Fi kind of wonky, so I think that's why the chat said that it was disabled.
Sorry, I didn't mean to type that.
Everybody seems to be having a little problem with their what do you call it right now? Like Tasha got bumped out, Moises got bumped out. Scroll up in the chat, Gavin, you'll see it in the chat. The math problem is in the chat. Okay, so you get the answer of 10. There's 10 milligrams left over. So when it comes to doing question number 5 for your quiz, we just went over it. You have the answers, but I'm going to tell you one more thing that's really important. When it comes to writing your numbers, if you write that for your answer, 10,842 is the correct answer, but if you write it like that, it's going to mark you wrong. You need to write it like that, same answer, but with a comma. You must include commas to get it right. Does that make sense to you guys? There's another word problem on quiz 5 that you're going to have to convert to be all in the same measurement, like kilos or hectos, to be able to do the problem. So right now I can understand that a few of you are getting frustrated with how this is how this is working as far as your Wi-Fi, and I'm sorry that you're getting bumped out. But yeah, go back. I'm going to put the video onto YouTube so you can take a look at it and learn how to convert again using the metric system. And other than that, if you guys have any questions, or if you want to, you know, private Zoom with me, if you want to figure out how to do some work together, that's fine. I'd be happy to schedule some time with you. Otherwise, go have a great break, walk away from the computer, get some lunch, get a little exercise, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Got it? Don't forget to go get your pictures taken and get your books. Have a great day.
I have a question.
Yes, Maria.
When is the video going to be posted on YouTube?
It will be posted probably after this class.
Okay.
I will go on